we'll kind of keep going past. So let's start with Ethereum. We're going to start on the daily time frame, and we are going to break it down from the daily time frame. So bigger picture. Let's go through that IPDE process. Identify, predict, decide, execute. So let's identify what has the market recently done. Bigger picture. You may even want to start on the weekly for this, since this is a higher time frame deal. What have we recently done? We are in the uptrend, and our most recent move is that we put in a higher high, right? Can you guys see that? I'm gonna TradingView kind of deleted all my stuff yesterday or this morning, so I had to kind of put the stuff together back. So my apologies, my colors and stuff are a little bit off. But yeah, we're in an uptrend. Our most recent move was a new structure high. Now the market is giving us a little bit of relief. It's giving us a little bit of a pullback, right? So the question I want to ask myself is, if we're going to pull back, where are we likely to pull back to? My first answer is always structure. Now, again, it doesn't have to be structure for you. Structure is the centerpiece, the spine of my trading. So everything I do is based off structure. Your philosophy and values could be different. Nothing wrong with that. But it looks like we're pulling back into a previous level of structure. Now, if we want to look super, super, super big picture, this is something I wouldn't pay attention to right now, but as a newer trader, maybe you could. Do you guys see anything else that could be potentially setting up? I'm going to unlock your eyes to a few things that are on this chart that you may not be seeing. Yep. There could be a potential cipher, but let's check the ratios. So again, because we know how to read a price chart, because we know how to read swings, we can take our Fibonacci extension from our swing low to our swing high. This is going to be our X to A leg right here. Draw this on. XA. This is the beginning of our pattern. X, this works perfectly for a review from yesterday. X. This is going to be our A. This first retracement, I apologize for doing it out of order. Obviously I'm programmed to do it a certain way because I can kind of see these things before. So, but before we do the extension over there, we want to look for our A to B. I want to make sure this comes back and hits a 3D2 Fibonacci retracement. Bang, we do. We've got ourselves a solid B leg right down here. Shaboing. Next, I'm going to look for my B to C leg. That's going to be this extension. I need that 127 to be hit, which I drew on earlier. Boom, we have a valid C leg. And now, I want to take my Fibonacci retracement tool. I want to draw it from our X leg all the way to our C leg. And if price action comes down to our 786 retracement, I'll make this look a little nicer for you. That is going to be our D completion point for our bullish cipher pattern. Our zone, right? So the zone in which this, the zone in which this pattern is valid is going to go from our 786 down to our X leg. So this would be the D completion point right here at 786. This box right here would be your reversal zone in case you're someone that takes a different approach to entry, right? We talk about using an aggressive approach for entry, limit order right on the 786. We also talk about making trading your own. So not every trader is going to be that aggressive. So one trader can say, if price action gets into my D completion zone, then I look for RSI, double bottoms, stochastics, any of the entry reasons we talked about yesterday. Does that make sense? So if we get a retracement right here, beautiful bullish cipher, a beautiful bullish cipher that comes at a very nice zone, right? Right down here, very nice zone of structure support. This would be an excellent opportunity to buy. And if you're someone that's looking at this as more of a investment standpoint, right? Meaning you're looking to buy and hold and make this part of your portfolio, you get a buy down here, you get stops underneath these lows, you got targets at minimum, maybe a partial position off at a retest of the high. And how I would handle it, I would always keep a position on with anything. Well, when I say anything crypto, I only look at Ethereum and Bitcoin. Those are only two. But if anything crypto, I'd keep a partial position on for the extension. right? Because I look at this as not as a trader. I would look at this as an investment. So very beautiful opportunity right there. Now, here's the cool thing. Many of you guys didn't see this. What happened before the cipher? And this is where understanding how to read within the junk of the market can stand out. You guys see anything else? I know you see it. This tends to happen in periods of consolidation. They come in bunches. X to A to B. I'm going to make this a different color so it stands out a little bit for you. So it pops, pow. X to A to B, B to C, C to D. That's a butterfly pattern. That is called a bearish butterfly pattern. So potentially, we can have a bearish butterfly pattern that maybe turns into a bullish cipher pattern. Maybe it doesn't. We don't know. But if it does, you're prepared. So you got a few things already happening on the higher time frames here with Ethereum. Now, here's something to remember. This is very important, right? So just because we've measured out a cipher pattern down here, and we say the decompletion down here, if we push down here, that's going to be a bullish cipher, a place to look to buy. Does that mean that price is going to get to that level? This is extremely important because what we run into with a lot of newer traders is they will assume yes. And what we're going to talk about in a little bit as we get on to a lower time frame is there are buying opportunities in this first zone. But if you'll see this sometimes where traders get blinded by this and they'll say, okay, we have a bearish cipher down there, so one of two things. I can't buy anywhere before it because this is going to happen, or, this is the roughest one, I'm going to sell from here all the way down to there. I don't think any of those are great ideas, right? I don't think you ever want to buy or sell based on the anticipation of an advanced pattern forming. Now, when the advanced pattern forms, that's a different story. But the anticipation of it, right? I don't think there's anything that tells us we're going to travel down to this decompletion. Now, if we do, I'm ready. But I don't think there's anything that says we're likely to go from here all the way to here. And I think that's very important because that's a common mistake. A few of you guys are already saying, yeah, I used to do that. You're timidly raising your hands in the air. Me, got me. Right, so that's on the weekly there. Butterfly at market are already completed. Potential cipher. Again, going back to that big zone, we've got a pullback into it right now. We've got a high momentum candle. We're starting to see, I'm going to erase my notes a little bit. I tend to get a little sloppy. Apologies. We're already seeing what type of action here, just being by reading the candlesticks. And again, here's our zone of structure. I'll draw it back on for you guys. We're already seeing some signs of a bullish rejection. A positive sign would be a higher high, higher close, right? We had a high momentum candle with a small tail. We had a rejection down here. Price pushed lower and rejected back up. Now we're currently seeing a battle right here in the daily. Right now, this formation doesn't mean much. I would be in no rush to buy or anything. But if you can get a higher high, higher close, that is going to be a very bullish sign for an opportunity to buy. So if you're looking to buy on a pullback trade here with Ethereum, wait for that higher high, higher close on the daily. All right. Let's move on to the next one, because again, I don't want to spend a million years. I want to actually show you different opportunities and kind of give you different ideas of trading. We've already looked at a few already on one chart, which was awesome. Let's go to Euro New Zealand. I'm going to head over to my Ninja Trader charts. And we'll start on the daily. We will work our way down. Ooh, who picked this one? What's wrong with you? Who picked this one? All right. So, Euro New Zealand. Let's identify what is price currently doing. Darren said there was a cipher on the hourly as well. Darren, you just can't stop identifying ciphers, can you? You just can't stop identifying.